The people that I run away from the quickest is when women tell me, oh, I'll be there through thick and thin. Because what they really mean is that when things get thick, they're going to get thin. And you a stripper and you out there shaking it for money, you know what I mean? But you expecting a man that's making six figures, that's 6 feet tall, that got to, come on, that got to, you know what I mean? Like, and that's going to be there for you and provide for you and pay all of your bills. You can't expect that. But you out there in the club shaking it and doing your thing. It don't work like that. What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, a brother in paradise, and we back out here in paradise again. We out here in Marabina Falls, you know. So I came across this place, like I said, on the way to another place. You know, these waterfalls are so there's so many waterfalls in the Philippines, and I just cannot get enough of them. You know, the beaches are absolutely amazing. I'm not gonna lie, but being from Miami, you know, I grew up right there on the beach, so you know, it don't really amaze me. You know, like I gotta see something like completely white sand beach, or you know, like black sand beach, like how they have some in Hawaii. You know, stuff like that. You know, will really amaze me. But you know, the beaches out here for you guys that didn't grow up near a beach, you'll be just fine. But my thing out here in the in the Philippines is these waterfalls. I absolutely love them. You know, because in Miami we don't have no mountains, we don't have no hills, we don't have all of those type of things. You know, so to come across a place like this and get good footage of waterfalls is absolutely amazing to me. You know, it's always a hike, so you know your boy out here getting it. You know what I mean? So, but I wanted to bring you guys this content today. I wanted to talk to you guys about why men are getting their passports and leaving the U.S. And it's not only the U.S. You know, we're talking the U.K., we're talking Australia, you know, we're talking parts of Europe. You know, men everywhere are getting their passports, and whether it be to jump on the passport bros movement or whether it's just because they want to find them a wife, you know, and bring them back home. You know, either way, men are getting tired of dealing with the things that we have to deal with back home. You know, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it because it's true. You know, a lot of guys have been through failed marriages. A lot of guys have been through failed relationships. You know, that have gone on for years. You know, or maybe not even years. You know, some guys are not even able to make it in a couple of years in a relationship.
True.
And I'm not just saying, I'm not here to bash, women. I'm not here to bash people in the U.S. or the U.K. or Australia. That's not what I'm here for. You know, what I'm here for is to raise awareness. You know, why are we leaving? What is it that's going on? You know, I can't speak for the other countries, but I can speak for America. You know, and that's what I want to talk to you guys about, because back home, you know, you have not all, but you have good men. And for it to become such a big movement like this, that shows everybody how many good men that there are. Of course, there's a couple bad apples. We're not all great. You know, we're men. You know what I mean? Like, not all of us are great that can get their passports, but so many of us that are good men that are fed up with the way things are going back home are getting their passports and they're ready to go. And you cannot even blame them. Like, if it was a situation to where all of these men were leaving and going to get their passports and nobody was saying anything of it, then you'll know it's different. But the fact that these women in America and these other countries are treating us like crap and then pushing us away. And then when we say, okay, you know what, forget it, I'll go overseas, I'll go to the DR, I'll go to Thailand, I'll go to Singapore, I'll go to Malaysia, I'll go to the Philippines and find me somebody that's going to stick by me, that's going to be by my side. Now there's an uproar about it, and that's how you know you're on the right path, because now all of these people are saying things about it. You know, if you look on TikTok, millions and millions of videos with millions and millions of likes. You know, you got women in an uproar, especially back home in the United States, because they feel some type of way. You know, and here's the thing: if they didn't feel some type of way, then it would be different. Like I say, you know, because at the end of the day, if we were all getting our passports and going and doing this, it'll be fine. But see, the thing of the matter is that it's not fine for them, knowing that they are the ones that pushed us away and knowing that we are good men. So when we go to these other countries and we go get beautiful, absolutely gorgeous and feminist women that'll stand by our side, you know, while we work out this thing called life, you know, and end up with somebody that we can love and care for and protect and adore, now they in the uproar. Now they all, you guys are bums. You guys don't mean anything. You guys are, these women are poor. These women ain't poor. They not. You have poor women everywhere, of course. You have poor men everywhere, of course. This is life. You're not gonna find. I could go to the I could go to the slums of Atlanta and find some poor women there. You know what I mean? Like I can go to the streets of Miami, especially on 79th Street. Like don't even get me started. So for them to be bashing the women that we're going over here to get, that's how you know that their feelings are hurt.
Facts. Hard facts.
And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about, because think about it. If they wasn't saying anything, they wouldn't care. But they care, and it's hurting their feelings. It's hitting them right where it hurts. That's why there's so many replies on TikTok. Oh, these women, these passport bros, they go to these other countries and, they can't afford a real woman. They can't deal with a real woman. So they go get these poor girls that don't know how to speak English, that don't have no education, that don't have no money. Man, that's a lie. That's a lie. Because I could go find a poor girl that barely speak English, that barely know how to spell, and English is her only language, and I could find her back home. So y'all bashing these guys that's going overseas, that's getting these women over here. I don't even, look, man, listen. I'll take a woman overseas that don't speak English that's going to treat me right before I take a girl that's back home.
He's got a point.
And I'm just keeping it 100, man. Because at the end of the day, like I said, we are men. All we need is love and affection and somebody that's going to stand by our side. And we can't get that. Those are things in a relationship that you should not have to ask for. These are things that should be written in the rocks, written in the walls of the relationship. These are the 10 commandments of relationships. Love, respect, not cheating, being there for your spouse, protecting your spouse, providing. Like, these are things that are the 10 commandments of relationships, man. Come on. Stop playing. And these women are out here bashing us because we decide that we're fed up. But all these years, 10, 20, 30, well, not even really 30 years, I say in the past 10, 15 years, these women been treating us like crap. How much longer are we going to take this? How much longer are you going to take this? Because I know I'm talking to some guys that's out there that's looking at your spouse, and you looking at the situation that you're in right now, and you looking at a relationship that's not even really a relationship. It's a situationship.
You preaching?
And I know I'm talking to you because I went through it too. So I know I'm talking to you because at the end of the day, you're sitting there and you're looking at your situationship and you're wondering, man, this ain't what it used to be. I don't know this person anymore. Before it was all lovey-dovey, everything was great, but that butterfly phase went away. Who is that person that you sitting there sleeping next to at night? Who is it? Can you honestly sit there and be real with yourself and look yourself in the mirror and say that you really know the person that you with? Come on, I'd rather take a chance out here, man. And find somebody that, look, they ain't even got to speak my language, bruh. I learned this. Love don't have no communication barrier as far as language goes. Yeah, you'll have a couple of problems in here and there if you decide to really go and get a girl that don't speak no English, but that don't stop you from learning hers. How much more are you willing to take? Some guys will be like, man, I'd never do that. I would never. That's not even an option. She got to be able to speak English, and she got to have perfect grammar, and she has to have. Come on, man, stop being a scholar, because you can't spell either. You know what I mean? Like, people are putting so many different types of expectations on the women overseas that it don't really even make no sense, because half of the men that's doing that and putting all these expectations, y'all ain't worth crap either. So stop playing, man. Stop playing. Can you really look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I am worth a 5-star woman that knows perfect English, that has a perfect job, that can, stand there and be there for me. She has a car, she has this, she has that, and she's in another country. Can you look yourself in the mirror and really say that you deserve a 5-star woman? Come on now, let's be real. You ain't got, look, I'm not going to know your reply. I'm not going to know your answer. You know what I mean? Unless you put it in the comments down below. Hey, put it in the comments down below. Let's see how many of y'all really feel like y'all deserve a 5-star woman out here. whether it be back home or out here, or Thailand or DR, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, what I want to say is that these women are bashing us, and they feel like that they deserve a certain type of man. You know, everybody has their expectations, but you have to have realistic expectations. You can't be sitting there and you a stripper and you out there shaking it for money, you know what I mean? But you expecting a man that's making six figures, that's 6 feet tall, that gotta come on, that gotta, you know what I mean? Like, and that's gonna be there for you and provide for you and pay all of your bills. You can't expect that. But you out there in the club shaking it and doing your thing. It don't work like that. It don't. And the problem with the society back home is that these people, I mean, and I can't say it's only women because some men are on this bandwagon too. These people are living in a fairy tale. You know, some people say, oh, you know, you out here traveling, da da da. That's just a fairy tale because, you know, you don't know when you coming back to these places. You don't know if you're going to live in these places. You don't know if you can really build and establish a relationship in these places. I would rather live that fairy tale than to live the fairy tale back home. How's that matrix treating you, brother? How's that matrix treating you, sister? Yeah, because women could come out here and get some good men too. You really can. Because there's good men out here too. I know some real good kuyas I can put y'all down with for all my ladies that's watching. And they're going to take care. You know, they're not like what you hear. You know, but back to the topic at hand. You know, you can't be a person that's a 1 star, 1.5 star. It's like a hotel. You can't be a Motel 6 expecting to find a spouse that's a Marriott. It don't work like that. It don't. And I don't know what type of fairy tale y'all living in, but these men are fed up. And I'm one of them. I'm out here. And I'm not trying to come back. I'm doing everything I can to make it out here, including this YouTube. So I appreciate you for watching. Because at the end of the day, I'm fed up with life back home. I'm fed up with the economy. I'm fed up with the systematic racism. I'm fed up with the women and how they treat you. Like I said, I had a woman. I grew up in Miami, so I've had relationships in Miami. I had a marriage in Orlando. You know, I dated in Jacksonville. I said, well, maybe it's a Florida thing. I went out. You know, I started dating a girl in Dallas, Texas. You know, I started dating a girl in Los Angeles, California. I had one in Seattle, Washington. I had one in Denver. I had one in Pennsylvania. I had one in Chicago. That really didn't last long, so I can't even really put her in the category. You know, but I started to date around the United States. I dated black girls. I dated Hispanic girls. I dated white girls. I dated, girls from other countries like St. Lucia, you know, and other different little islands that's around our country, you know, and they're all great in their own ways. You know, I'm not gonna bash nobody, you know, nobody that I've been with. I'm not gonna bash you, but at the end of the day, there were things about every single one of them that I could connect the dots with. And those things that I could connect the dots with after doing my research and all of my studies, you know, are things that I'm not willing to deal with because at the end of the day, I know what I bring to the table. I know what I can provide. You know, I don't believe that a relationship should be 50-50. I believe it should be 100-100 because you got twice as much chance of making it. You know, if both parties are putting in all of their effort, you got a greater chance of making it. You know, and I really feel like it should be that way. You know, so if you're not bringing 100 to the table, then don't even waste your time. Because these relationships, especially these days, are a lot harder than they used to be. I'm not saying they wasn't hard before, but they're a lot harder now. You know, it's just not the same. You know, you can't just pick up a relationship and, you know, it work out and then, you know, go through trials and tribulations. These people ready to bang it on you at the first sign of an argument. You know, people say, oh, yeah, you know, the people that I run away from the quickest is when women tell me, oh, I'll be there through thick and thin. Because what they really mean is that when things get thick, they're going to get thin.
True.
Don't fall for the trap like I did, man. I learned from my mistakes. I took a L out here, and that's what got me out here. And I'm glad that I did, because guess what? L's for me is not a loss. L's for me are lessons. And I take that lesson and I apply it to my life and I learn from it and I move on. I guarantee you I'm not going to make the same mistake again. And I hope to God that you don't either, brother or sister. It's your boy, a brother in paradise, and bringing you another one. Welcome to another day in paradise. Much love and respect.